Hey guys, ZorDon of Doom here. I am a singer-songwriter and I play video games and I make content here on YouTube. So I wanted to talk about Shadowbringers. I wanted to talk about possibly like the best expansion in Final Fantasy XIV. For me, anyway. A good story is a story that I personally can't predict. As someone who loves writing and who would read novels and was an aspiring journalist, an aspiring novelist, the fact that we went from the war to the build-up from Stormblood, right? The post-Stormblood, where all of the Scions were just falling asleep and you didn't know what was going on and you thought that the war would be next. Bam, you're taken to the first. You know what I mean? It wasn't something that I had expected, and it was very welcome. It felt like I was playing a totally different game. It felt different from all of the previous X-Packs. As much as I love Heaven's Ward was fantastic. As much as I loved Stormblood, Hien, as much as I love Hien. Shadowbringers did things in writing that just hit perfectly. When it comes to coming full circle and reintroducing themes from A Realm Reborn, themes from Heaven's Ward, and which would then carry on into the next expansion after Shadowbringers. It was just great. I loved it. Let me know, this is probably a spoiler review just of my account. This is just a little tiny, small, just wanted to talk about it sort of thing, but there's going to be a lot of spoilers. I know a lot of people say that that sets the big tone for Shadowbringers is the welcome to Shadowbringers moment when you're in search of Alisaie and you find her and Tesseline and that whole traumatic experience. I know a lot of people say it's that. For me, it was the color shift as soon as you hit the first. The purples, the trees being white, the bright sky, there was something off about it. It was very, very cinematic. And I think that's what I really liked about Shadowbringers. That set the tone for me. That and seeing our merchant guy get killed off screen, well, not killed, turned into a sin eater and then like killed, and you figure out that it's him, you immediately know what kind of expansion this is. Also, the mystery behind the Exarch and who the Exarch is the entire time. I'm like awful. I completely forgot about Grahatia. Just like that, then Grahatia is... That's the door, yeah? Seeing him, I was like, oh, I remember you. And then bringing back Crystal Tower, and then seeing how all of it sort of connects in a way that Heaven's Ward and Stormblood were just sort of building up to. It made me very happy. It made me extremely happy. And tying Ardbert's story up, that, I think their story, the Warriors of Light, from the Warriors of Darkness back in Heaven's Ward, that whole thing wrapped up perfectly. I think Ardbert's my favorite character. If I was to make a tier list, Ardbert, Emmett Selk, Seto. In post Shadowbringers, if we're including post Shadowbringers in the Shadowbringers arc, the end of 5.3, it was fantastic. And my favorite scene will always be the Ardbert Seto scene. Just thinking about it makes me want to tear up. Seto. Oh my. Bruh! I am strong. That and Elidibus, Warrior of Light. Like the actual Warrior of Light. That... was overwhelming. The hints that they sort of laid out, thought they were just going to be hints. I didn't think we were gonna fight him, you know what I mean? Seat of Sacrifice, amazing. Finding out that Emmett Selk is Hades, amazing. A favorite dungeon, hands down, is Amarat. Hands down. But I think my favorite scene in main Shadowbringers would probably be the Exarch reveal, probably. I'm thinking. It's either the Exarch reveal or the Hades Remember Us. Oh, sadness! Just the rich lore and finding what the Esseans stood for. Elidibus' story was heartbreaking. Emmett Selk's story is equally heartbreaking. But damn, was it a wonderful ride that I wish I could do again. You know what I mean? For all of the foreshadowing in Shadowbringers was phenomenal. Just going back and while editing and seeing things in totally different ways because you already know how Shadowbringers ends. I love it. I love it. I could go on and on about this expansion, all of like the big highlight moments, the trolley, the the Reen and Dadcred. I think the only character that didn't have the sort of depth that I would have wanted was Urianger. Also, the addition to the additional role quests, all of the story in the role quests, the after story, and then tying up Unakalai and all of that's bro. Mind blown. And the near raids, I'm so sad that I lost the VODs for my near raids. The near raids made me cry. They made me cry. I hadn't finished Nier Automata when I did the near raids. I was in the middle of I'd finished the A route, and that was it. But the final song that sort of tied in the Nier music with the Final Fantasy music, that made me cry. I was like crying in the middle of that raid. It was so emotional. Like, I feel like my thoughts, I'm just throwing out all of these thoughts, trying to remember all of the things. Feelsbringer destroyed me, and in all of the best ways. A good story is what I say is a story that can punch me in the gut and like rip out my insides. Like make me hurt. Make me feel feels. I'm still trying to process what the frickin' heck just happened. And that's exactly what the story did. If there's anything you want to ask me in particular that you want me to talk about, just ask it down in the comments and I will try and get back to, I'll respond. I'll definitely respond. And yeah, that's basically it. I think this was just a regurgitation of all of the knowledge that I had about Shadowbringers and everything I wanted to gush over. I could talk about it for hours. I could even go through each scene again and just be like, oh my gosh, this scene, and like, I hope you all enjoy my Endwalker reactions as they come out. They're going to start coming out next week. And yeah, the trailer reaction is coming out on Friday, this Friday, so I hope you look forward to it, guys. Anyways, I shall see you all in the next video, or actually you'll see past me, but yeah, we'll see when present me will show up to do another video like this. If you want more videos like this, like it, subscribe, comment. I want to know what your thoughts are about Shadowbringers. But yeah, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. I shall see you all in the next one. Bye, guys!
I said, welcome to my world.